Okay, before we begin, some housekeeping. I am not Simon Miller, I am Simon the Miller Report Miller, and there's a difference. If you don't understand, go through the channel, watch the old videos, and then you'll understand. And if you see the Miller Report in the title of the video, you get me, a smug, arrogant piece of trash asshole. Deal with it. But anyway, Triple H has been accused throughout his career of burying younger talent. I don't mean he goes out, buys a shovel, digs a hole, and then throws their body into it. I mean, he may do. I don't know what he does with his spare time. What it does mean is that he refuses to allow other people to win or get any momentum which would take them to the next level. He does this by using his political power backstage in order to protect his spot. Well, I think Triple H should keep burying people until he retires. And here's why. Ever since Triple H semi-retired a few years ago, there's been a distinct lack of burying on WWE's main roster. I mean, John Cena is doing what he can, but he's only one man. It's simple maths. To bury enough people, you have to have two individuals doing the burying. Everyone knows that. It's just a fact. Thankfully, the game has made it his duty to pop up every now and then and bury someone. Like Sting, who deserved it. But quite frankly, this is not enough. Right now on the WWE roster, there's literally dozens of people living in a bury-free existence. The worst of these is Roman Reigns, because Triple H had an opportunity to screw him over at WrestleMania 32 and didn't take it. That is so disgusting, I feel like I've literally just eaten a piece of shit. Such failures have to be sorted ASAP. And the likes of Kevin Owens, Dean Ambrose, Shinsuke Nakamura, AJ Styles and Samoa Joe are all running around forgetting their place. Above all else though, is Seth Rollins. Now, the reason we're focusing on the former Shield member is because as of this video, he is shaping up to have a match with Triple H at this year's WrestleMania. This does mean that we have the chance to take a young, promising, talented wrestler and make sure we derail his entire career. You think Seth Rollins is ever going to be able to replicate what Triple H did? Of course he's not. It's impossible. Triple H is a multi-time world champion. Triple H is the man who told us about Kane's controversial and horrendous past. If nothing else, he continually took his hands and moved them to where his groin was. You ever see Seth Rollins pointing at his penis? No, you don't. And that's why he will never be like Triple H. This is why Triple H needs to make sure he utterly destroys Seth Rollins within about 2 minutes. And you know how it goes. You got wrestler A here, and you got wrestler B here. They do their whole pro wrestling thing where they have the personality, and they show off, and they big up to each other, and they're like, I'm a wrestler. And the other guy's like, I'm a wrestler too. But then it stops. Triple H punches Seth Rollins in his face and pedigrees him into all oblivion. He goes through the ring, and he's dead. Well, not actually dead. He's still alive, because it's wrestling. We don't want anyone to die, but his career, dead. So Rollins falls. Triple H pins him and then celebrates like he's just been told he's having pizza for dinner. And then as for Rollins, that's it. There's no coming back from this. There's no comeback party. It's the end. It's over. It's kaput. He's now a joke because he just got buried. We shouldn't stop there either, and it's important to capitalize on these events, which is why as soon as that's done, Triple H should set his sights elsewhere, namely AJ freaking Styles. In Trips' absence, this indie darling has been allowed to run wild, and that has to stop. Triple H should challenge him to a match and then literally breathe on him for the victory. And I mean literally too. He walks up to him, and that's it. Triple H wins via breath. Can you imagine ever taking AJ Styles seriously again? He'd walk by and people would go, there he is, the guy that got beaten by air. He'll be jerking the curtain before you've even realized it happened. And now the question, of course, is what do we do when Triple H hangs his boots up for good? Well, I've got an answer for that too. WWE should set up a gauntlet match on Raw where it's Triple H versus every person on the roster. One by one they run to the ring, and one by one they're beaten by the man who knows what's best for business. This way we will live in a world where nothing anyone says will ever affect Triple H's standing. He will have beaten everyone, and there will be a shadow hanging over all of them forever. As for Triple H, well, he can continue to bury people backstage. He can look around and see someone that would obviously make WWE money and be a success, and then hold them down and make sure they never go anywhere. Then slowly and surely, he can put the Road Dogg Jesse James back front and center. I don't know about you, but I can smell a title reign, and it smells good. So yeah, that's what should happen. Triple H, the former wrestler, the creator of NXT, the leader of D-Generation X, should continue to bury people forever. Here's your metaphorical shovel, Triple H. I, for one, will help you dig. Now you know that Triple H should continue to bury people till the end of time. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and then don't forget you can also contribute to this nonsense through Patreon. And then why not go and share this video on your social media of choice, and of course, leave a comment below which will read something like, where, I don't get the joke.